stepped in the game? At point blank range, who done stepped in the game? At point blank range, who done stepped in the game? Stepped in the game, stepped in the game.
Excuse some of the video quality. This is going to be a bit different. Normally my videos comprised of me speaking in front of the camera, and today I have footage of the Titanfall beta because it's pretty fun. I've been playing it lately. So this video isn't going to be particularly about Titanfall because, I mean, it pretty much goes without saying there's not really too much of it right now. Just kind of a couple of maps here and a couple of characters to play as and a couple of Titan class devices that you use. But more of what I'm going to talk about is just some general happenings and some things that I keep running across that are a little bit irritating. More logical fallacies. And so this is going to be another one of those videos again, another one of those series of videos where we keep seeing the same repeated things over and over again. You know, the entire Wii U is weak, the entire press situation where they talk about the consoles, and the only consoles they talk about is the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Then we have other situations where the PC is ignored. We have other situations where we talk about the specifications of consoles when one of them is clearly shrouded in mystery. And, you know, there's a lot of assumptions going around about this company being in a certain business situation and this company being in another business situation. And it's really, everything's really unfounded. But everybody seems to know so much. But when you ask them a question, they tuck their tail and run. Too many times I hear situations saying, Wii U can run this game and Wii U can run this game. And I say, why? What exactly is that game doing that other games aren't? What exactly is the Wii U doing that makes it weak? What exactly is Killzone Shadowfall? What exactly is Rise? What exactly is Forza doing that the Wii U cannot do? This is not like the PS3, 360, and the Wii situation, where Nintendo literally capped the system at 480p internally. Nobody could develop for 780p and higher, even if they wanted to. Wii U is designed for 1080p games. It is very possible. 720p to 1080p. There are games coming right now that are 1080p. Some 60 frames per second, some not. There are 1080p 60 frames per second games out right now. So you say, oh well, Shadowfox, those games aren't very demanding. The fidelity, do you really know what fidelity means? Do you not know there are games out here that look cartoony that are more technically demanding than the realistic, gritty looking games that you claim to think are so technically impressive? Did you not know that the Wind Waker on GameCube used tessellation? It was one of the earliest implementations possible. Very demanding on resources unless you knew how to manually code to the system with ones and zeros. But we got people out here claiming that, oh well, since Titanfall is only running 6 versus 6, then that means the Xbox One is way weaker than the PS4, or way weaker than PC, blah 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 blah. But we know it's gonna be weaker than PC. But damn, why do you need to use that for another system? There are games on the PS3 that had way more than 6 versus 6. Does that mean that the Xbox One is weaker than the PS3? Does that mean the Wii is more stronger than the Xbox One since it had 16-player, 32-player multiplayer in Medal of Honor Heroes? I mean, some of the stupidest things out here in this industry really need to be addressed. So I'm willing to extinguish this once and for all. It makes no sense with some stupidity within this community. So what needs to happen is put up or shut up. If you really think you know what you're talking about, then I welcome you to invite me to a live debate and we can discuss this in great detail. If not, please stop talking about what you don't know about. If you have no idea how a frame buffer is, what the memory requirements are, stop talking. Quit talking about how many gigs of RAM there are, because it has nothing to do with how many pixels can be drawn on screen at a time. Stop talking about geometry and detail if you have no idea what the detail is that you're trying to compare to something else. Stop talking about what's intensive when you really have no idea how a graphics subsystem is laid out. Feel free to correct me if you like. Feel free to find all the facts that you like. Feel free to go to all the links that you decided to misread that you got from a PR guy instead of an actual developer. Feel free to give me information that doesn't come from an official white paper. I'll let you know right now, it's probably going to be a pretty difficult debate for you. So I'll leave it open for anybody. If you're ready, put your money where your mouth is.